Sports TV, Dr. DLS, the place you come to get basketball updates, content, and we are here talking about the Western Conference Finals. I think this playoffs have implications of being one of the greatest playoff runs because I've been enjoying the playoff, especially without you-know-who causing the distraction. Of course, this guy whose name will not be mentioned in this video, even though he tried to come with his distractions and his foolishness and things like that, nobody was biting on it. Nobody's buying his summer thing that he does every summer. Where is he going? Nobody could care less. So here we are. Again, it basically comes down to OKC versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, but we all know really what it is. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, this year's presumptive favorite MVP. Overall, to me, is no question. He just beat Jokic, so clearly he's the MVP. Versus Ant-Man. Versus Ant-Man, it's gonna be a great series. I picked this thing to go 7 games. It won't be. I don't see it being any less than 6, but I'm picking 7. I'm picking OKC in 7. But be surprised if the Minnesota Timberwolves win. So it's not going to be this time. It's going to be a matter of 2 really great teams with great players, coaching, just good basketball, which is what we all came to see. I'm going to talk about Eastern Conference tomorrow. Somebody said Thunder in 5. No, this thing's going 6. It's going 7. He said, did I forget? No, I didn't forget. I didn't say I forget. No, I didn't forget. Yeah, I'm going for the New York Knicks. I'm going for the Knicks. Yep. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I try to, I don't by emotions and feelings. I go by basketball. I go by what I see on the court. Now, Rudy Gobert is going to have to get it done because Isaiah Hartenstein, he put a hurting on Jokic in that last series, man. Rudy Gobert can't come with his inconsistency. Ant-Man can't be inconsistent. Julius Randle can't carry this team. He can't be on every game without Ant-Man coming along with him. So those guys will all have to work together. I like on the Thunders, I like AC Fresh, who another victim of the LeBron James trade brigade. Got rid of him. Great player for the Lakers. Even better player for the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's going to be him coming in. Picking up some point guard responsibility there, ball handling, playmaking. Even he's an underrated rebounder as well too, and a pretty solid defender. You got Dante DiVincenzo, my guy, on the side of the floor. Who I'm a big fan of Dante DiVincenzo, especially when it comes to him creating his own shot. He's to me, he's lights out from 3. He's one of those that's fun to watch. He's got that real slender build, kind of not on Steph Curry's level, but like a poor man's Curry, who comes out, but he can come in and make some shots, that kind of guy, you know what I'm saying? I think the teams are evenly matched. I think they're well coached. I just think it's going to be good basketball. I really believe that's, we're going to see some goods on both sides. And I hope the better team wins. I'm picking Oklahoma City to win. Now, who I'm rooting for, I like a lot of guys on the Timberwolves, but I'm rooting for OKC. See OKC pull. They won 68 games. They had the best season, the best record in the league. They got the MVP on their team. It's just good. Good for the game of basketball. So, I like to see this thing. I believe it's gonna go 7 games. I believe. Like I said earlier, I think both teams are evenly matched. I think they both play as teams. Sometimes Ant-Man can get into this little one-on-one thing where he tries to take over the game. And for the most part, he's pretty good at taking over the game. But sometimes he gets a little lost in the sauce with the ISO stuff. I hope he don't do it. I hope the boys just go out there and just play solid basketball. Just get the job done. So we'll see. Rudy Gobert, Isaiah Hartenstein. We already know Shai's gonna match up with Ant-Man, Julius Randle. I think Julius Randle's gonna be the X factor, like he's been. Julius Randle's a guy to keep your eyes on. You really have to watch him carefully. You know, he's one of them guys where, you know, he can explode. Julius Randle by 25, 30 points. You know, now he don't score it all the time, but he can. He has the ability of doing that. And then, you know, then that pulls you away from Ant-Man. I put it this way, it's like if Julius Randle's having a solid night every night, then Ant-Man's going to be able to really work his magic. Because the defense is going to have to lay him, and they're going to have to really take him serious. They're going to have to take Julius Randle seriously, you know, because his shots falling, you know, and he's playing good defense. I mean, he's going to give you an effort not every night. But Rudy Gobert's going to have to be, he's going to have to be on point. That crybaby stuff, he got to stand on business and be a man in this series, man. You got to control the boards. You got to get physical down low. There's a lot of things that go into this series. I'm looking at the beginning. I'm gonna look at that's the first 2 games, and then if I see something different, I'm gonna talk about it more. But I see those are the things. You know, free throw shooting's got to be good. You got to get the other team in foul trouble, so you can control the pace of the game, control the tempo of the game with the control the clock with the free throws. And, you know, those are some gimme shots. We all know Rudy Gobert is not a good free throw shooter. Historically, he's not. He'll either miss 2 or he'll make 1 out of 2. But it's rare cases with Rudy Gobert and both free throws. And that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem for the Minnesota Timberwolves if they don't do something about that. He said he's pulling for Minnesota. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I mean, that's a good team. If you got Minnesota, like I said, I won't be surprised if Minnesota wins. I just think that OKC Thunder is slightly better. But it's going to come down to who's the bigger dog. Is it going to be who got the mama juice in them more? Is it going to be Shai Gilgeous, or is it going to be Ant-Man? But I just know I'm glad to watch. I want to see this. But this is some good, solid basketball. So that everybody's just worried about what LeBron James is doing. You know, him falling out on the floor, whining about calls and all this kind of stuff. Now we get to see some guys out there trying to build super teams who just going out there and playing good basketball. All right, y'all. Brandon Love Sports. It's your boy. Shout out to the LDBC Lions Den Basketball Committee. I will be back post-game. Hopefully tonight if I'm not asleep. If not, I'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.